The government finally released the UFO files, and this makes me incredibly happy because as a child, I had no bigger dream other than getting that sweet anal probing. So I want to go through all the files with you today and find out if you can get the alien spa experience, if you know what I mean. So first of all, what is actually UFO files? It's a total of 161 files, and it contains a lot of old documents. You know, a lot of the files are from the 1940s and 1950s, but there's also very interesting footage from the NASA and from some military stuff. They're all released by the Pentagon, and they have different reported sightings from different civilians and astronauts on the moon, which is very interesting. And they span decades of classified material. And the dear president finally decided to release it, not to distract from Mr. Jeff, remind you. No. This is just to release it because it's very important for the public to know. But most of it comes actually down to hovering objects and some flashing lights. But one of the most interesting stuff in the files actually is an Apollo astronaut describing flashes of lights while being on the moon. There's a bunch of other stuff, like a lot of military sightings in the Middle East, so in Syria, Iraq, and Iran. And there's also like a lot of just flying sausages, but not the good kind of sausages. This was also very interesting. So here you can see one of the Middle East. You have like a lot of lights in the distance. I think that's actually quite scary. It's probably some balloons or some drones, but they could not identify it, so it's still in there. So that's why it's quite concerning, but also very interesting. But that wasn't all of it. Another one that is very interesting is this one. That's the one that I think looks the most like really like an alien aircraft. The way it's moving is also crazy, and that is at very high speed, mind you. That's either some next level technology there, or we really got visited by aliens. And then there's a bunch of other things with just moving lights, like I said, moving objects in different shots in the Middle East. And they're all basically the same. You don't really see much. You just see like a bunch of lights that move really fast through the screen with very, very good quality. So it is freaking 2026 or 2023 in that image, and we still don't have HD images, bro. Another very interesting sighting is in Japan. And so Tokyo also investigated the UFO files, and they had also some sightings in Japan, which is very interesting because this one looks definitely very foreign. Looks like a torpedo or like some cancer on the screen. Again, here the same one from a different angle. I think this one is really interesting because it's also very high speed and it's like three glowing orbs very close together. So honestly, what is all of this? It is just a big nothing burger. As much as I would love to have aliens to be existed, Mr. deGrasse Tyson here also agrees with me here that these are probably not aliens. We cannot rule it out. Definitely some funky stuff going on, but they are probably not aliens. So I will have to wait until I get anal propped up by aliens sometime soon. In the meantime, I just have to look for a fanboy to do that for me. See you in the next one. Peace.
Ja. Es ist nicht. Ja. Der Kasper, der war kerngesund. Ein dicker Bub und kugelrund. Er hatte Backen rot und frisch.